This lesson is lesson 13, combining like terms. The first thing that we want to do is we want to recall that simplifying by combining like terms, you got to make sure that our variables are the same. So in this first one, 7x plus 3x is 10x. 5x minus x, or leave change. 5x plus negative 1x is 4x. Next, our rules when solving equations that involve like terms. The first thing we do is combine like terms that are on the same side of the equation. Then we follow our two-step equation rule. We do all adding and subtraction of like term, or of the inverse operation. Then we do the inverse operation of multiplication and division, which in that case, once that happens, our equation should be solved, and then we check our equation. So we have three examples that we have to do. So let's get those started. The first one that we have is 3x plus 2x minus 10 equals 15. So first we write the equation down, 3x plus 2x minus 10 equals 15. So step one, combine like terms. Here are our like terms here. So we have 3x plus 2x is 5x. And then bring everything down. So we have minus 10 equals 15. Step two, because we have subtracting 10, we are going to add 10 to both sides. So we're going to add 10 to both sides. If we are subtracting 10 and we add 10, this is gone. So we are left with 5x on the left-hand side equals 25 on the right-hand side. The last thing that we do, step 3, is because 5 is multiplied to x, we are going to divide 5 to both sides. I'm going to divide 5 to both sides. Because these two cancel and become 1, 1x is x. So x equals 5. So now that we've solved that equation, we now need to check it. So as always, we write our equation, 3x plus 2x minus 10 equals 15. We replace our letter with the number that we are checking. Sorry about that. So we have 3x, or 3 times 5, plus 2 times 5 minus 10 equals 15. So let's do our multiplication first. So 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 times 5 is 10, minus 10 equals 15. You do have to follow order of operations, so we have to add first. So 15 plus 10 is 25, minus 10 equals 15. 25 minus 10 is 15. That is what we are looking for. So 15 equals 15, and it checks. Our next equation is 6x minus 3x minus 9 equals negative 18. So here again, step 1, combine like terms. So I'm going to subtract 6x minus 3x and get 3x minus 9 equals negative 18. Step 2, I'm going to add 9 to both sides. If I'm subtracting 9 and add 9, again, because they are inverses, this goes to 0, and we can eliminate it, leaving 3x on our left-hand side, equaling, I have negative 18 plus 9 will give us negative 9. So, sorry, our last step is 3, trying to get ahead of myself here. So step 3, because 3 is multiplied to x, the inverse is to divide. Three to both sides. So dividing 3 to both sides, our 3's cancel, become 1. So we have 1x, or x, equals negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Again, always use your calculators. Make sure that you use them. That will help you out. So now we're going to check our work by writing our equation. Always go back to the original in case you've made a mistake combining. Minus 9 equals negative 18. Replace. So we're going to replace x with our number. Minus 9 equals negative 18. And then third, we are going to do the math. So 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Minus 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Minus 9 equals negative 18. Now here you need to be careful, okay? Please make sure that you watch what you're doing here, especially because you have subtraction and you've got negative signs. So here what you're going to do is negative 18, leave, change, change, leave, change, change. So negative 18 plus 9 is negative 9, minus 9 equals negative 18. And again, leave, change, change. So leave, change, change. So negative 9 plus negative 9 is negative 18. So is that what we're looking for? The answer is yes. And our answer checks. So we have one more example to show you, or I have one more example to show you. Here's our example. And again, it doesn't matter which side of that or which side of that equal side that our variable is on. Just go with what it says. So we have 36 equals negative 8y plus 12 plus 2y. Here we want to combine our like terms, so I'm going to move this 2y next to that negative 8y first. So now we are going to, step 1, combine our like terms here. So we're going to combine like terms. So we have negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6y plus 12. And that is giving us 36 here. Step 2, because we're adding 12, in order to bring it to 0, we need to subtract 12 from both sides. So we're going to subtract 12 from both sides. This goes to 0 because they are exact opposites. So on the right-hand side, we have negative 6y. On the left-hand side, we have 24. And then for our third step, we have, because number next to a letter means to multiply, its inverse is to divide. So we are going to divide negative 6 to both sides. So I have y on the right-hand side this time. 24 divided by negative 6 is negative 4. So again, checking my work, I have 36. Remember, rewrite our equation. So negative 8y plus 12 plus 2y. Replace our letter with the number that we are checking. So we have 36 equals negative 8 times negative 4 plus 12 plus 2 times negative 4. And then we have to do our math. So we have negative 8 times negative 4 is 32 plus 12 plus negative 8. So we have 36 equals 32 plus 12 is 44 plus negative 8. 44 plus a negative 8 is 36, because remember, our signs are opposite, so we subtract the numbers, keep the sign of the larger. So we have 36 here. Is that what we're looking for? Yes, it is. And our answer checks. So now remember, our homework is the problem set at the end of the lesson, and this concludes the lesson.